Time to officially play ball. Well, finally, after all the negotiations, the lockout, this, that, will baseball be even played this year? We have finally made it to opening day 2022 for the MLB season, and the first unofficial video on this channel of me talking about my ball club, the Philadelphia Phillies. So here we are, folks. Opening day starts today when this video comes out. The Phillies' first game is tomorrow, Friday, against the Oakland Athletics, who come into town. So, a rare interleague matchup to start opening day. Very interesting. But in this video today, I'm going to do a full breakdown of what to expect for the Phillies this season in the 2022. This is an interesting team, to say the least. And the way they built this team, I don't know how to feel about it, but we'll get to that. But first, a quick thing of last season. They went 82-81, did not make the playoffs, so barely above 500, 81-81. So, yeah. It was a rough year and just the same old things, basically. The bullpen collapsed once again, giving up the most blow-in saves in all of baseball belong to the Phillies, so not a good thing to have. The bats fell apart. They had a terrible month of August, and it was just on from there. Players lost over this past offseason. The big one, in my opinion, Andrew McCutchen. Not a lot of people like McCutchen. I think it's going to be bigger than what people are expecting it to be. I think he was a key part of this team, and him now in Milwaukee, we'll see how that affects things, but I think losing McCutchen was pretty huge. Hector Neris, Ian Kennedy, Brad Miller, Freddie Galvis, Archie Bradley, Adam Hazley, Woman Quinn, and Luke Williams were the players who the Phillies lost this past offseason. The additions now. This is where it gets interesting. How about Nick Castellanos to make the Phillies, for the first time in their history, over the luxury tax? Whew. And then Kyle Schwarber. That lefty-righty duo of Castellanos and Schwarber. Going to be interesting. For the bullpen, Corey Knebel, Brad Hand, Uris Familia, and then some death pieces, and Johan Carmago and Garrett Stubbs. So, they addressed the bullpen. Will those players be successful? We'll see. You know, a couple interesting pieces, but obviously the big fish were Schwarber and Castellanos, which makes it that this team is going all in. They're pushing all their chips to the table by saying this is going to be a hitting team, and they are going to go full offense. All right, because the next point, the strong points and the weak points of this team. Strong points? The deadly hitting. I mean, the top half of this lineup, which I will get to, can go pretty much with any team in the big leagues, in my opinion. The top 5 of this lineup is insane. And it could go against anybody. And another thing, the rotation. If all goes well, could be a strong rotation. The weak points, defense and bullpen. Now, I'm a baseball fan of pitching and solid defensive play. I like low-scoring games, personally. That's just me. My favorite baseball player of all time is Trevor Hoffman, the great closer from the San Diego Padres, and in my opinion, the greatest closer in MLB history. Yes, that is my opinion. Fight me. So I am a strong believer in pitching. I love a good rotation and a solid bullpen, because those are two things you need. And I mean, the rotation, which I'll get to in a bit, could be good. It could be a strong starting rotation. The bullpen is where I have my concerns. So, the whole point of this is, I don't like the idea of going all in on the hitting and saying, these guys could score 14 runs a game. Let them go. Nah. That's not how it works. Because you're going to be in some tightly contested ball games. And if the bats don't go for one night and the pitching collapses, you're going to see a lot of bad losses this year. And that is my main concern. I am not the strongest fan of just going all in with hitting. Believe me, I love hitting. Believe me, I love it. And they show a glimpse of spring training what this lineup can do. Especially yesterday when they just smacked the Rays. I think it was 9-1, 9-2, something like that. Like, they smacked them with their bats. The bats are deadly. And when they can get going, they can go. But can that sustain through a whole season? There's obviously going to be some nights where it's not going to work. That is obvious. I mean, it's the MLB. You know, it's a long season. So, can this team be strong enough with the bats to hold them throughout the year? I really want to believe they can. But I just don't think it can do it, especially into the later half of the year. Just putting all your faith in the bat. But, hey, who knows? Maybe the hitting will be enough and the bullpen can sustain through the playoffs. So, into the playoffs if they do get to that point. So, we'll see. So, on to the pitching staff itself. Who will be pitching for the Phillies this year? Aaron Nola to start opening day. So, right now they have him listed as the starter on the depth chart. I really want a strong season from this guy right here. Little Nola right here. Nice little Funko Pop right here of Nola. Yep, there you go. Yep. So this guy, he needs to get back to his form. He kind of had a rough year last year. And hopefully he can get back to where he was. I think he could still be a solid pitcher in this league. But if he starts to slip, you're going to see him go down in that rotation, and that might lose his confidence. But he's getting the nod for opening day, his 5th year in a row. He's earned it, but he's got to perform now. Now he's got to get back to his ways, and I hope you do, little man. So, good luck, Jamal. So, Nola, slated as the starter for now, the number 1 guy. Number 2, they have listed Zach Wheeler. However, he is injured right now, and he won't be playing until April 12th, so next week. So it'll probably go Nola, Suarez. Ranger Suarez probably is number 2 until Wheeler returns, and then Suarez will go down to 3. This guy, Ranger Suarez, man, holy shit, did he come out of nowhere last year. Let's hope he can continue that. Kyle Gibson as 4, and then Zach Eflin as the 5th. This is just according to the Phillies website and how they list their depth chart, I guess. So I don't know how it's actually going to look, but this is what they're giving me. The relief pitchers, Brad Hand, obviously, Urias Familia, yep, Jose Alvarado, Connor Brogdon, and they have listed as the closer, Corey Knebel. So, again, the bullpen is still weak. They did make some improvements, but it's still not enough for me, to be confident in them. But that's not what they decided to approach. Now the lineup. Now, how about this, all right? Projected lineup, this is what they ran with the last day of spring training yesterday against the Rays. So, if they actually do go with this, maybe, but we'll see how it goes. Leading off in the DH spot, they do have Kyle Schwarber as DH. Now, this could change depending how it goes on the field with the defense. The outfield is still a little bit of concern. That's why I miss Andrew McCutchen. But as of right now, Schwarber, the DH. Batting second, JT Realmuto, the catcher. Bryce Harper in his number 3 spot. Nick Castellanos in left field. Rhys Hoskins, 5th at first. Didi Gregorius, 6th in shortstop. Gene Segura, 7th at second base. Bryson Stott, 3rd base. The top batting prospect for the Phillies. Looks like he'll make the roster. And Mickey Moniak in center field batting 9th. So, yeah, the bottom half of that lineup, a little weak. Mickey Moniak in center field, I am not too confident in at this point. He had some plays during spring training that I was just, some bad defensive plays. But, again, this isn't a defense and bullpen lineup. They're going for the hitting. They're putting all this faith. Dave Dombrowski, which he has done with teams in the past. The 2013 Tigers, very similar to this Phillies team. A great rotation. A solid 1-2-3 rotation and good hitting. And that's how they made the World Series that year, and that's that approach he's trying to bring to the Phillies this year. Will it win? I don't know, but that's what he's going to try and do. A solid lineup and a solid starting rotation. So we'll see if that happens. Some notes going into this year. Like I said, they gave up the most saves in all of baseball last year. Blowing saves. Alright, so this team blew a lot of games. Bullpen, they couldn't finish the games. And like I say, will the hitting be enough? I don't know. I really don't know. This approach is really... It's either going to go really well or it's going to go really bad the way they're doing it. This is a complete video game lineup, as I heard someone call it. So, we'll see. Balanced lineup of lefties and righties, though. That is a really good thing to have. And obviously, like I said, Aaron Nola to get the start on opening day, his 5th year in a row. And it's been the mantra that I've seen all spring training. F the defense. Hit dingers. Ball go boom. As I've seen. The ball go boom. And we'll see if that can do itself for a whole 162 game season. So, on to the predictions. And these are lines straight out of the bookies where I'm getting this from. FanDuel Sportsbook, I should say, provided these lines. And we have a sudden change from last night. I looked last night. They were only getting 82.5. Now, 86.5 wins for the over-under for the Philadelphia Phillies. 86.5. It has jumped. 86.5 minus 115, under 86.5 minus 105. So basically what the bookies are trying to tell you there, it can go either way. The odds makers themselves, by giving those odds, are just saying, if you want to take the over, you get a little more value. If you take the under, you get a little less value, but it's still close to even odds. I really don't know what to expect going into this year. It's tough with these going all in with one certain thing and ignoring other parts. Will it succeed? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but 86, huh? I think they'll be above 500. I think they will. Do they reach 86? I think they're going to come a little short. I'm going to go 85 wins. So if I were betting, I would take the under 86.5. And to make the playoffs, also courtesy of FanDuel Sportsbook, yes at minus 140 and no at plus 120. So the bookies are telling you that they think they'll make it, but you have better odds as a bettor to go with the no. I don't think they win the division. I think the division still belongs to the Atlanta Braves. They are the defending world champs. I do have to give them the credit, and they pretty much got better from last year to this year. I think they'll beat the Marlins and Nationals. Mets having some injury problems already, so those two will probably battle it out for second in the division. Do the Phillies make the playoffs? As a wild card, they might be the second to last team in. That's just me. I'll drink the Kool-Aid and say that this team will make the playoffs. But I'm being very conservative with that one. Because again, the top half of the lineup, Schwarber, Realmuto, Harper, Castellanos, Hoskins, deadly. And that's the thumbnail I have for this video. All 5 of them. Down in the spring training facility in Clearwater. Will it be enough? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'll say yes. But I'm not too confident with it. I'll be very conservative. They will probably be second to last team in for the NL. Do they do anything in the playoffs? I don't know. Can this much hitting sustain through a 162-game season? That is fair. That is what we'll have to figure out. But that will do it. That is my thoughts on the Phillies. The Philly Fanatic is ready to go for another year of Phillies baseball. Who knows what will happen? Next video on this team will probably say around the All-Star break in July. So, I'll talk to you then. Thank you very much for watching. As always, we are on the road to 50 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, on this channel. So please, share it around. Like it. Share it with people. Just spread the word, baby. We are trying to get to 50 subscribers, because if we do get to that 50 subscriber mark, then I can start doing live videos and interacting with you. And that is something I really want to do. So, 50 subscribers, baby. That's the road we are on. Good luck to whatever team you follow in the MLB. Happy opening day. Hope your team does well. F the Yankees. F the Dodgers. My name is Trevor. Ring that bell, baby. Let's go, Phillies.